Hello. Today we are going to walk you through creating and managing tasks in altraCRM. We will now explain you step by step on how to create tasks, tasks preview, creating recurring tasks as well as task settings. Let us jump into the altraCRM dashboard. In the altraCRM dashboard, you have the tasks button right over here on the main menu itself. Once you click on it, you will directly come under the task section. As you can see, all the tasks that have been created can be viewed over here itself. You can see the name of the task, the status of it, start date, due date, assigned to which particular employee, tags, and also the priority of these tasks. You can also go ahead and change the priority by clicking on this button, and you can either select low, high, urgent, or you can also create more priority listings as well. We will show you how to create those in the settings in the end of the video. Now you can also see the task summary, how many have not yet started, how many are in progress, how many are in different status, whether it's awaiting feedback or testing or complete, and etc. You can also see how many tasks has been assigned to each user. For example, I have logged in as a user, so there has been one task which is associated with me, which is not yet started. 5 are in progress, and as in you can also see other details as well. Now you can also search for the task with the help of the search bar. You can also export it via Excel, CSV, PDF, or you can also print all the information related to each of these tasks as well. You can also click on the tasks overview right over here, wherein it will give you a filter mechanism. Now let me select all staff members. Let me select all month or particular month, all the statuses currently, and I can also select a year. Now let's say in 2021 how many tasks have been assigned, and as you can see with respect to the months as well. Now you can see all the details about the tasks right over here, and finished on time, total logged in time, checklist items. So all these information will be given to you under this section. Now let me go back to the task list. You can also filter the tasks by clicking on this filter button. You can filter with respect to whether it's billable, build task, whether it's a recurring, task assigned to me, upcoming task, and many more. This is where you filter out each task. You can also switch to pipeline view, where you can see all the tasks in this particular Kanban style. Based on the status, you can see the tasks listed right below them. This is basically a Kanban view. Now let me go back to the list view. Now once you come back, you can go ahead and click on any of the tasks. Once you click on it, it will give you all the information related to this particular task. For example, the name of the task, whether it's public or whether it's a private. Currently it's private. You can click on make public and automatically make this particular task a public view for everyone to see. You can also see the description of it. You can also see the checklist. This is where you can select or unselect each and every checklist or subtask under this particular section. So based on your selection, the percentage is going to change as well. So you can also see completed by which particular user as well. You can also add more checklists right by clicking on this button as well. Now you can also see the comments with respect to this particular tasks. People who are assigned can come and directly leave a comment over here. You can also see whether this is a recurring task, when was the task created. You can also see the status, start date, due date, priority, and many more details. Over here, you can also see if in case any reminders have been set as well. Now, who are the assigned people? You can see them right over here, and followers as well. You can also drop files here and you can upload them if in case it is related to this particular task. Now let me go ahead and also showcase you how to mark a task as complete. So once you click on this, it has automatically marked this particular task as completed. As you can see, task marked as complete successfully. You can also unmark it and keep the status still as incomplete. You can also quickly click on the statistics to see how many hours have been spent by Rand Parker on this particular task. You can also see the statistics. At the same time, you can also click on the timesheets to view a lot more details of how much of time has been spent, the start date, end date, etc. by Ryan Parker, who is associated with this task. You can see all the details by clicking on this button. This is the timesheet button. You can also start the timer. If in case a task has been created, Ryan Parker can click on start timer, and each and every hour he can start billing it to a particular customer as well. Now that you have seen how the task which has already been created looks like, let us go ahead and showcase you how to create a new task as well. Now task preview has been completed. The next is creating tasks. So all you need to do is click on the new task button right over here. Once you click on it, this is where you can go ahead and add the subject. So I have added a subject over here, whether it's public or whether it's billable task to a customer, you can automatically select it over here. You can also attach files, which will directly lead you to attachment section. You can choose a file directly from your desktop by clicking on this button. Hourly rate. If in case you're billing it, you can also mention how much of hours are spent and how much is the hourly rate for each of these tasks. Let's say, for example, $10 per hour. You can set the start date. You can also set the due date for this particular task. Priority, whether it's low, medium, high, or urgent priority. Whether this is a repetitive task. Now, let's say this task has to be repetitive every week or every month or every year, or also you can set a custom timeline as well. Now, once you do that, you can also select whether this task is related to whether it's a project, whether it's invoice, customer, estimates. So all these features are under the altraCRM. So you can create these tasks based on any of these features as well. Whether this task is related to creating a proposal, then you can select a particular proposal and you can tag this directly to that particular proposal. Now, as you can see, all the existing proposals are here. Similarly, you can also select customer or you can also select project. Now, for which particular project are you linking this particular task? Now, for example, I have created for DQ investments. So I'm going to select this particular project and automatically this task is going to get created under that project. Whom are we assigning this task to? You can select the candidates, or let's say you can also select multiple assignees over here. Followers. Who needs to follow up on this task? You can also select multiple people right over here. You can also add tags. Once the tags are added, you can also start typing the description right over here in this description section. Now, let's say agreement needs to be signed by the owner of DQ investments. Now, once you add the description, will go ahead and save this particular task. As you can see, the task has been added successfully. And this is where you add more information related to the task. For example, if this task has a checklist, then you can click on the checklist item, agreement creation. Let's say there are multiple checklists. Agreement review, customer agreement signing. So these can be the three subtasks, or these can be the checklist items which will mark this task as completed. Now, once these are added, you can also create reminders. So let me go ahead and notify for 3rd of February. I will set a reminder to any of the assignee. I can also add a description. I can also send this as an email with respect to this reminder to Karan Shah on his email ID, and I will be clicking on create the reminder. So the reminder has been successfully created. As you can see, the assignees and followers can also be listed, or you can also add more followers or more assignees right over here in this section as well. You can also drop files to upload over here for this particular task. Now, once it's set, you can also click on this particular checklist to mark how much of percentage of tasks, or let's say how much of subtasks have been completed in order to make this entire task as complete. So based on that, you can add multiple checklists. You can also edit description right over here in the section. You can also click on mark as complete as I explained. You can click on the start timer button right over here if in case this task has been assigned to you. So you can also create the timelines of how much of time has been spent on each and every task by clicking on the start timer. This is how you create individual tasks. Now creating tasks have also been showcased, and you can also set the recurring tasks as showcased. You can go ahead and set whether it's a weekly recurring task or a monthly recurring task while you're creating a task by yourself. Task settings is the last part. Now in order to go to the task settings, you need to click on the more button. Under more, you have the settings option. Once you come to settings, you can see tasks right over here on the left. This is where you find all the settings related to the tasks feature. So we also have the explanation of each and every settings mentioned right over here. You also can go ahead and set the default priority, round off task timer, and all the necessary settings option is mentioned right over here. So as explained, you need to come to more, you need to click on settings, and under settings, you need to click on the tasks option where you can find all the settings right over here. This is how you manage settings for the tasks feature. So we have successfully completed explaining you tasks settings as well. If you still have issues with these features, reach out to our chat support on our website and we'll be happy to help you further. Thanks for watching.